Welcome back to Factorio and the community map for September 2021. And last time I got this blue science done, so that's the basic oil stuff going into red circuits and sulfur going into the blue science. So I now have red, green, black and blue. Now probably not going to get straight on to the next two sciences right now because there's actually a lot more steps on that. Probably going to want more resources because this iron is looking a little bit sad, as you can see. This was actually fully packed at one point, but as I was building that stuff, more and more of these miners here, they're just running out. But there is this big patch of iron over here, so I think I'm going to start by getting that. The other point I've got is I could try and squash in a track down here, but I'm looking at this setup, so I can't really double the steel because I don't want to landfill. I'm just going to hit that. I can maybe double the iron, and I could maybe double the copper, but then I'm going to be very, very short on space here for actual train stations. So that's an issue. Maybe if this wasn't here, like if this is all mined out and I could just build a train station on top of the ore, then I guess that'd work. But I don't want to build a train station on top of ore that's still there. I want to mine it out. And I don't want to wait until the iron and the coal and the copper have actually run out to then be able to build on top of a clear area. So I'm going to need a different plan. Now, originally when I was doing my design, I thought this looks kind of nice. I could build a bridge across here. Now I could possibly still do that. There's the potential I could fit furnaces in there. And if I can fit furnaces in there, at least for iron, I could build a bridge for belts across here. But then the next question is, what do I do about circuits? Like, I can put some more circuits here then, I can put some more circuits here. Red's a little bit squashed, so I can't put more there, I'd have to build more red there or so. I could build red somewhere else over there, but then the belts are there, and like, how's that fit? And what about copper? Like, the copper's down there, so I could bridge it as well. But it all seems kind of messy, so what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll bring in a train track. I'm just going to start making stuff off-site, and I'm going to bring in materials. So this will still be the main production and science area, but I'm going to bring in all the materials I need from elsewhere. With the advanced oil processing done, I can start looking at that. That will be in a few moments though. That will actually help me get better robots, power armor, and stuff like that. Question is, I'm not sure this iron here is going to hold up long enough to really get onto that stuff. There's 142k left. 147, I don't know what I was reading there. 142k left, but as more and more of these shut down, it's not just the total amount available, it's the throughput. It becomes slower and slower to get it. So all of that said, what I think I want to do quickly is I want to switch over to advanced oil processing just for the efficiency. So if I make one there, copy it and paste it on here. That's going to now switch those there because I would like to just click on this and open the menu. You can't do it in the map view, but you can paste, and if you paste over the top, it changes the recipe. So that's very good. And if this is working, I think the gas is backed up. Oh, I forgot the water. I do need to go up there anyway because I'm an idiot and I forgot something important. So yeah, I'm going to go up there, I guess, and then build. Now, I guess that's actually why I had that spare pump. Like, I'm sure I had that for a reason, now I know. So I'm going to go build that so that works. But also for the trains, so if I get a spare thing here. Let's have a look here. So, ignore the power poles, essentially as far as not landfilling stuff goes, this here looks like a fairly good line. Oh, so I can move that landfill. I can move that power pole and that power pole. I just want to get a sense of where this is going to end up. Remember, there's going to be belts like, I guess there's going to be belts up to here. So, if you have 3 of those for a wagon, power pole each end, and you have, say, 4 wagons, and you have a locomotive. So it's basically that length of track, just so I can like get an idea of how much track I need. I need that much track in a straight line. So if that is like that, where am I landing for the turning? So I got a little bit more space there. I could maybe go there. Now what I want to work out is then also how much space does this need. So if you have your 6 boxes there, and you have some sort of inserter set up, then you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 for each wagon. So that's going to take up that much space. Then you have another platform, which actually that fits quite nicely. So another platform, another platform, another platform. So I can easily fit just 5 platforms in there. So that's a possible constraint. It might be nice to have more than that. Maybe I'll have to build some more over there, come around there or something in the future. For the time being, I can have 5, which definitely can have 1 for iron plate. Now, the reason I'm thinking of iron plates is because if I get the ore from there, there is definitely nowhere to put furnaces here. So furnaces have to go somewhere else. Maybe I'll put them there, maybe I'll put them there. Well, let's put them there because next to the ore. That ore is going to take a really long time to deplete anyway. 16 million. So it's not like I'm going to build a bunch of furnaces and then the ore one's out in like half an hour. Won't be a problem. Those furnaces will go for a long time, probably until I'm ready to rebuild them in beacons. So that's possibly good news. I guess the same applies for steel, because where am I going to put the steel furnaces? So maybe I'll do that too, then copper, probably so. Yeah, I could run out of platforms really quickly. I may have to have a little think about that in the future at some point, but I can get started. And because the other thing to remember is just because the bus goes south to north right now, it doesn't have to always go that way. I could, for example, run iron in that direction, or one something else in that direction. Or I could even have it going in both directions and do some sort of balancing between the two. So I can definitely feed resources in from the north. It doesn't have to be from the south. So what I'm going to need then is a bunch of rail track, some stations, lots of power poles. I'm just going to try and pick up all the stuff I need to go build that iron. Actually, I'll just force something else. Where am I going to get coal from? This isn't a great deal of coal either, and I don't want to get coal. I could belt it across or build a train track, but it's not that much coal. There's more coal down there. That's a bit of a pain to get to. I think I can go... Actually, I'm not sure. Might be able to go around there. You can get across there, I did that before. Might be around there. I have to do some exploring to find out how I can get to the coal. So definitely lots of rail track, because even though I've not going to build trains for the coal yet, but how am I doing for the power situation? What I maybe should do is, because that's near water anyway, so it's kind of stupid to bring the coal around here for power. So what I'm thinking is, go around there, just build a power line and a track for like mobility purposes to the coal, build the power at the coal, because the power cable has basically infinite capacity. I just need to get one over there. So that'll give me some more power, because those miners, that's going to use up a lot of power. Then I can do furnaces there. Do I want to do... I could take the coal from there up to there for furnaces. Or the alternative would be electric furnaces. How close am I to that tech? I think it's... Actually, I want to get steel ones at least. Definitely don't want to use basic ones anymore. Go for steel. And that tech is going to cost me... Well, I've got all the stuff to make that. Okay, let's do that then. So I'm going to set some production up for that to make furnaces. Guess I can do it. I can't really do it here. I needed wet circuits anyway for some stuff here because of stack inserters. So you can see the stack inserters there and there, that needs red circuit. Then I needed... I could put red circuits and stone brick on this belt. And then you combine it with the steel here, and I think that's everything I need. Check that. Yep, that's everything I need. So let's do that. So red circuit and stone. It's going to come down here. This is going to want to... I'll use a better power pole there. I'll have more flexibility. So that's going to want to do something like that, I guess. That comes down, says hello, lets that get its circuit. Does that need red circuits? No, that just needs green. So that could do... a bit convoluted, but I think this will fit. So a box there for those, a box there for those. And I can use stack inserters for the train stations as well, so that'll be handy. So I think that's how it needed green. Does that need green? That needs everything. So they've got that. Then red circuits and stone on there will be also feeding the inserters. Can come across there. And then actually move that down a little bit at this point. I've got green circuits there. At some point I'm going to have to figure out the question of how I'm going to do speed modules. Speed modules are going to be a thing as well. They need both types of circuit. Maybe I'll put the red circuits on top. That could be a better option. And then have... I want to get these furnaces made reasonably quickly. They're quite expensive. I haven't got a tech yet actually, so I can't set the recipe. Oh well. But then... what if I did that? Then if I did that I can have a box there in between. So that's going to be my box of furnaces. Steel for them. And circuits for them. Well, red circuits and stone for them, so I'm going to put both red circuits and stone up there. And this is looking a bit like a spaghetti layout, but should work at least. Let's do 4 stacks actually, because if I'm going to go over there, I want to do a lot of furnaces in one go. It's a long way to go back and forth if you're not going to do a full job. So circuits and stone. We do this in a moment, like offline. Oh no, I've got that there. As I said, I've got to go get resources from too far away. I'll do it offline, but the resources are just here. So if that goes... actually, I think that should go there. Stone goes there. Loads onto that, very nice. Does hit that though, so it's going to just shift over a little bit. Like so. Get coal and the stuff out the way. Stone bricks there. And potentially I could even do the refineries, although honestly you don't use that many refineries, so it's probably never going to be worth it. We'll use a lot of furnaces though. So then got the power poles mostly moved, so what I'm thinking at the moment is to leave this space free for that stuff. So I actually broke the power pole. Which one did I break? Oh, I broke that one. My bad. Try that again. Take 2. There we go. So that's going to go up there. So to leave this mostly free, I'm going to run the track around here. Well, so here, yes, another power pole. Brilliant. Then that's going to be the inbound track running on the left. Deal with those 2. And then I'm just going to make like this bottom loop here. Well, I must have hit everything, haven't I? Another thing I've hit. That will then go around. Can't quite see there through the fog of war, but that will go around the corner. This will be the only station I'm building for the moment. So I'm actually going to even build the station. I just want it to be like laid out. I'm not going to worry about signals too much. Just want to make sure, yeah, I can put a signal there in front of the train station. So this will eventually be my unload for the iron. But I'm not going to actually build it right now. I'm going to go make my way down, building track, build this bit, build the rest of the track, make my way down, and then get that power plant done. I have got with me 40 boilers and 80 steam engines, I believe, so that should triple my current power production and secure a new coal spot. And I guess all these pipes, I'll just move them like that. It doesn't matter if there's a few extra undergrounds. I'm not really throughput limited on that pipe at the moment. So also I think for the moment, let's go build a single track to really get started. So, well, that's going to be a double track eventually. For now, I'm just going to put a Y split there and just build this southern line. I'm going to try and make space. I also finish off this oil I talked about earlier so that that works again. But yeah, I'm going to make sure I leave space for both tracks. I'm just not going to build them, I think. Just because, especially with all these bends and stuff, I think it'll be easier to do one at a time. Actually, no, I'll do both at a time because I need to worry about the north and the south, don't I? Oh, I managed to miss that pipe. That's nice. But this is what I mean. I need to worry about the north because of that. And I wonder if I can actually get that close, or would that hit the cliff? Oh no, you can go around that corner. Nice. Cliffs are weird sometimes. That's maybe a little bit too close. In fact, I think I'd like if it was a little bit further away. There's no reason to be that close there. So the other track would go there. Try and get these trees out my way. Get that destruction planner back out again. So, because then this is going to again, like I'm not going to get a straight thing through here, so that's going to go until that hits something. Then that goes like that. I'm going to try and put the minimum number of corners in I can though. That is my aim here, as few corners as possible. So first tricky bit is this. Now, if I really have to build a bridge across this, I will, but let's see if I can get through a 2-track. Don't really want to go to single track. I'd rather keep double track because basically the more you can make trains not stop because of acceleration, it tends to be better. I mean, you can make shorter trains to kind of get around it and stuff, but I like to have my trains kind of like real life trains where they just get to one nice long stretches of track. So this is fairly wide. So you can get one there. Okay, so I can't get one there. So the problem with this is going to be that for a left-hand drive, I can't put signals in between. So we'll see if that's like that. I can put signals there, but I can't put signals here. That track is extremely close. Now, I'd say actually, there is not just the signals. The reason I do this distance is because, which I showed over here, so you can do S-bends like this. You can't do S-bends of less than that in Factorio. So even though you can build a track there, there's no way to get from that track to that track. Well, not directly. You'd have to go down like too far, overshoot it. Like you could do like that or something and come back round. But you can't go directly from there to there. But getting that close, that's also the downside. You can't put signals, which is a bit of a pain. I think the other benefit, if you have tracks like that, so you can put a signal in between. I've had problems before with intersections, when you want to put signals on intersections. And because of how the Factorio signaling system works, with them being signal blocks rather than path-based, and because of associated, like you don't want this block, this direction and this direction to be shared signal blocks, so the trains will block each other. So you want them to be separate blocks, but then if you can't put a signal in between on the bend, because there's sometimes limitations on exactly where you put signals on corners, you can end up with situations where you can't get the signal in between them when there's an intersection or like a crossing of some sort. Now let's see if I can miss all of that though. It looks like I can. And then I think that's the right distance. Let me just double check. It's hard to see on diagonals. Yeah, it's the right distance. Does that miss? That hits that. That's annoying. That's what I say at the S-bend, so I can go there, but I can't go over without hitting that. And if I hit that, it's a shared signal block. So I wonder what I can do about that. Let's have a look down here. Let's just figure out where the other tracks are going to go. And then once I know where the other tracks are going to go, I might have a better idea. So to go down that way, can you go across there? I have to see about that one as well. Have I even researched landfill? I haven't. So if I do need to do that, so I'll have to go and do that in a moment because I haven't got it with me, and I definitely haven't got enough stone with me. But there is plenty of stone in the base area. So yeah, this comes up here. That's a pretty long block. That could be quite restrictive, but I'll have to see how that works out. The other option could be if I go up here. A lot of trees there, but like I might put a bend off that way anyway. So if I came up there close to the bend, came that way, then I just have a narrow piece there. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with this for the time being, just accept it has to be a little bit closer. And then hopefully I don't have any trouble. And if I do have trouble, I'll rethink it. Because yeah, this needs to come around and miss that, which means it's too close for an S-bend. But maybe I can get away with it. And just slowly keep making my way down the track. So that covers the iron, or at least just past the iron, so I can know how to do it. If I want to go further down south, these biter bases here are definitely an issue. So let's see how big they are and how strong they look. Fortunately, they're small biters, so it's not too much of a threat to the car. As long as I don't get stuck and hit by a load of berms, just want to kind of dodge those. There's actually quite a lot of them, try and go around the base in a circle without being predictable enough for the AI to hit me. Take out the spawners. Okay, if I kill the actual like mobile units, so I'll just keep respawning anyway. So I would want to kill the worms and the spawners and then deal with the stragglers after that. So just keep moving a little bit faster than they can keep up. Take out another spawner, 4 more to go. Another one here I think, 3 more to go. 2 more to go. I should have actually turned off the robots. That robot's kind of flying around going to get itself killed. Okay, got them killed. Yeah, I think that repair bot was trying really hard to catch up with me, and it can't really, because I need to move fast enough that the biters can't catch me. Let's see if I can do the same here, kind of casually drive by, shoot up, kind of like a drive-by shooting, shoot up their stuff, just keep moving. See, the horde's chasing me, but it can't keep up with the car at all. That's all the worms gone, so again, just going to drive around here, shoot up the bases. This is like a good alternative to turret creep. Like if they start having stronger stuff, or I had less good technology, I'd use turret creep. Or like a forest, because in a forest or something I couldn't drive around like this. The reason I can drive around like this and have that whole horde chase me is because it's kind of open. And also this base isn't massively, like completely massive, it's small enough that I can kind of deal with it. But yeah, turret creep is the other way. You can just put a gun turret down quickly and throw some ammo in it. So now that's killed, I can have a look at what is over here. If it's just a dead end, then I'm kind of happy it is a dead end. So no need to worry about attacks there, don't need any turrets, brilliant. Let's have a look down south. Is this a crossing? Can I get across it? Can I get 2 tracks across it? Would like to get 2 tracks, I think I can. 1, 2. Might not be very straight, but I think I can do it. Oops, nearly drove straight into that. Now that would have given them a free kill if I just drove into it accidentally. Now I really hope for all my effort going down here. Really definitely hope. Let's just make sure that's reloaded. Let's try not to get trapped here as a cliff. This one's looking a lot more dangerous. Yeah, I was busy like thinking about stuff and I nearly ran into it. Hopefully I can get through here, otherwise it's going to be a lot of effort for, well, nothing really. So that's that killed. A lot of worms on this one. This one's a lot more dangerous. I am taking damage because it's hard to dodge everything and dodge the cliff at the same time. And get a spawner there. Dodge all of those. Try and cut down on the number of worms as well if I can. Try not to drive into that cliff. Good, I get stuck against the cliff, that's basically going to be game over. I won't be able to like get away from that. I'm taking quite a lot of damage. Let's try and thin that out a little bit. I know I said they respawn, but it does take them a few moments to do so. 1 more worm I think, and 2 more spawners, 1 more spawner. Try not to crash into that. 1 more spawner, and that's that base killed. Yeah, I think to them is I'm carrying a lot of stuff in here, like that would be really frustrating if I lose the car. Well, I didn't start playing, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be frustrating to lose the car. I guess you could respawn, but you can loot your body. I don't think you can loot a dead vehicle. I don't think you can. This one's a bit smaller, but it's in a slightly awkward position. Oh, there's another one over there. I didn't even notice that. Well, let's go to this first and then see what I've got. Can I kill that? Circle round. Problem here is I need to get close to that cliff to get in. Close to the cliff, close to the edge of the water to be in range of them. And it's very tight manoeuvring there because they can't go all the way around those spawners. What I'll probably do after this, I'll put some turrets down before I go on to the next base. Because the turrets will make things a lot safer and easier. And yeah, these bases are so close, that's just going to constantly attack me due to proximity. I am too close over here. So let's put those down, they can help me out. Pair this. It's only 4 spawners, I could go for it. On the other hand, it's really far away, it's probably not going to generate much pollution problems for the time being. So what I could do is, I just want to block this off so that they can't come attack me. Don't know why I'm placing ghosts there, I could just place it directly, it would have been probably actually quicker. So I'm going to leave that for the time being to like block it off and then see what happens, because there's no pollution Actually, pollution isn't very far away. Well, I'm exploring. I'll see where I get. See where the pollution ends up and see where I end up wanting to actually build stuff. Especially if I'm just going straight into another cliff. There's no base down there. Okay, but this does look good actually. So if this comes around east, yep, it goes all the way. Now I've already built the track there. I guess I can come around here. Okay, I'm not planning to actually transport coal. I'm just planning to transport myself right now. How am I doing for resources? Do need to go get some more stuff from the base. Okay, so plan. Gonna build some on the track here while I can. On my way back, get some more supplies because I'm running out of batteries for the robot. And probably want some more ammo actually if I'm going to put down lots of turrets because this is making my perimeter a lot longer. So defenses could be essential. Now what can I do with this? So that's going to be two things, but that hits a thing there. So I have to S-bend it when it decides to play ball, which ends up somewhere like there. Other track is there. S-bend a little bit earlier and it can spread out a little bit further. So for the moment I'm just going to I'll do that because I'm not going to build a double track the rest of the way right now. Just want to get this done quickly because if I'm building a power plant and if I transport coal it's only going to be like essentially one train right now, so I think quick solution is better. Just wanted to have a plan. Likewise with this, I think that's good and that can link up there. And this can branch out and be an extra wire piece I guess, just so I can fit in signals. Let's let those robots catch up. Because there's some charging in the robot ports, but there's no batteries, so they are going to start running out, and that will be an issue. So now I've got another trick. So I did bring a locomotive with me to build the train. So I'm going to put this locomotive here, take some of this coal out, fuel that up. I guess I could power it by wood, but going to use coal because it lasts longer. And this track is complete, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the power in on the way back. Basically driving along, putting the power poles along the side of the track as I go. So I built another car just so I could transport here because I couldn't pick up the other car because it had more stuff in than I can carry. What I can do with this train is if I go here, then we're going to look at the map. Let's look at the map. I'll leave the car, that's what I wanted, the car. So send that down there. So yeah, I built a second car to get stuff. I didn't actually get as much ammo as I wanted because you see this arm situation is really terrible and there's the box, which I actually crashed into as well. But basically because that's just not getting past there, there's no more ammo right now. Now I'm not doing any more research at the moment, so this will back up eventually, but I do really need to get a move on with this stuff. Now I guess I should actually build the power pods the rest of the way if I can as well, would be useful. So let's follow the track along building these because then when I build the power plant I'll have power. So I got a lot further, nothing particularly exciting to reports because all of this was quite wide. Not a straight line, but nothing particularly special either. But it looks like I actually didn't bring enough tracks, so that kind of shows us how insanely long this is. So I'm going to do it the rest of my track is just put a loop in here. Because since I had no plans to ship coal right now, this isn't particularly important. It's just for like personal use. Because I had to get through had to run the power cable anyway. I had to deal with all this forest anyways. Quite slow getting through there and there, I suppose. But yeah, it's not enough track to get the rest of the way, so that's unfortunate. And actually, now I'm in the more open area. It's kind of slowing me down anyway. I think it'll be a lot faster if I just, well, if I didn't drive into things, it's definitely a lot faster. Didn't expect to put it there, oh well. No, I did expect to put one there. Come on, game. So I don't want to go do that iron because the other iron patch is a lot bigger anyway. Maybe I'll get it at some point. Need to get through all these trees. This is the problem I was having with the trees. Like, the robots aren't very particularly great at getting rid of them. Uses up a lot of battery power. You can kind of shoot them a bit and get through them like that. But anyway, I'm now at the coal. So for the coal, I'm thinking is let's just clear the trees out the way first. Biggest point I've got here is actually I've got stuff on the car. How much wood I picked up? I might just burn that or something when I do these furnaces. Never going to make that many boxes or power poles, especially when I like the mesh ones better. Yeah, that's what I thought. So looking at this quickly from the distance, doesn't look like there's any possible way to get that coal. I could get those 4, or I could get those 6 for a burner miner, but those ones I don't think it's possible with the stock game if I don't do landfill. That's kind of frustrating. Otherwise, I guess what I'm going to do is put these around the edge like that so that I know where I need to go. It's going to be a bit of a trick there, I think, as well. That bit's a little bit easier. That has to go there. So let's move those over like that. These need to go in. That has to go there. And that can go there. So the point I've got is this doesn't really help me make nice and even strips. And actually I left the belt on the car. Give me a second. Try that again with the belt. So it's not going to give me nice even strips. I'm going to have to kind of work with it. So I've kind of got a strip here, except for this bit being special, which I could do a little trick like that on. Then that, and then with this edge bit, you can see like in the middle it's like 200. This edge bit, I can get away with lower density anyway. So basically strip's going to be there like that. In fact, if I do, what's that, 3, 6. If I do that many of them, now I've got something I can copy paste, so I'll be able to copy paste this around and let the robots handle it once I decide exactly what I'm doing, so kind of like that. So coming up here, this is going to carry on that way. That's fine, because that's only 2 tiles. I need to do something with this. Possibly like that, if I don't trap myself entirely. How do I get that out then? This is the problem. That has to be there. I don't have a choice. Because otherwise I'll never get that corner. I don't think there's another way of doing that anyway that I can see easily. It's in the very dense area, so I don't really want to miss out miners here if I can help it. Problem is, if that goes like that, it goes straight into something. And you can't put a corner on that underground exit. It has to be a straight piece. So, no, if I do that, I miss that corner. To get that corner there, I have to have that there and that there. Which means that just can't go that way at the moment. That could go there, that could work, then that could go down. I think this way works then, and then that comes kind of across there. That gap's too big, so I need to have a miner here. Don't think they can actually put ore on the exit or the entrance either. Probably should test it, but I don't think they can, so I'm going to try and do that. And then, okay then, when I get to there, then that's a normal strip from that point onwards. And if I do that, I keep it more balanced on side to side. That becomes a normal strip. Gap there is too big. Could do that. And then once you get there, it's a normal strip. So yeah, I think that works. And then this is all just normal strips, so I'll just build that quickly, and then we'll look at the next thing. Guess that'll be a little bit special because it's right on the edge. Same with that. I need a miner here because otherwise I'll never get this edge piece. But it's not going to be too much ore, so that's a little bit special. And I think that covers all the tiles. Let's put a radar over there. Put a radar over there so I get a bit better visibility. Need to scout over there, to guess to see if there's any possibility of attack. That can't cross there. I need to scout south as well. So it looks like nothing can get through there. I don't want to keep scouting this forever, so what I'm going to do is put some turrets down here. I can put one group there and one group there. Kind of an annoying diagonal thing, but I think I could do... If I lay them out like that, it'll be okay. See what that looks like. I think that, and then I'll just... The wall doesn't actually need to be very neat. And honestly, it's really hard on that sort of shape, so let's go do this. Kind of tidy up on diagonals like that and call it good enough. Put some ammo in that. Do the same for the northern bit, and then I'll call that good. It's going down south. There's a dead end as well, so it's actually be a nice building area. So the only way things could attack is around there. So on my way back, I'll probably go down there, put some turrets across there, the same as I did there. And that should be good to go. And of course, the whole reason to come here was for power. I want to see how much space I've got to like fit these. So that's as far to the east as I can go of that cliff there. That's what 10 looks like. Can I get 20? Well, I can't get the boilers on there anyway. And no, I can't get 20 in a way. So if I move that down to maybe there, so I can keep those ones. Move those ones. And I've got a total of 80, so it's going to be 8 strips of these. So to align with the boilers, I'll show you in a moment, you need to leave one gap. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Want some power poles down the middle, and then this will be ready to go. So then what I'm going to do with the boilers is, if there's a belt there, then the boilers will be either side of that belt. Let's go there. Don't need to have too much space here for this layout. So then steam is going to be there. As you see, it lines this middle one. So Brez is going to come down there. Boilers on either side. T-junction. T-junction there. Well, that's an end piece. I guess it doesn't T-junction. But get the idea. And then it was... So it was 10 steam engines, will be 5 boilers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6. That is 5. Learn to count. Water goes in the end there, which you can join the water together with an underground pipe. Try to get those in the right position, does really help. And then should be able to reach your power like that. So that's going to go there. And then lots of space to put in the inserters. Like so, I've got no power now, but this is connected to the previous grid, so I've had to use the power I've already got to get this started. So I just need to build the rest of those for all of that, and I'm thinking it's going to be 2 separate sets of water. Water's not too close, but it's not too far away. I think I'm okay. So the 2 water pipes will come in there. Then these belts are quite short. So I think I can definitely do 2. Let's just assume I can do 2 for now. So basically going to be, splitter goes to the 2 set, like so. I guess I should have moved that over a bit. Do it like that. Then that can shimmy over. Then for the coal, what should I do with the coal? Oh, they've already run out of coal. They've just been there doing nothing and they've mined it out the end. Oh well. That's kind of point in placing blueprints. It will place the blueprint. Like, it would try and place this one, for example, even though realistically, like, that's good enough. Because as long as one tile has at least one piece of resource, it will place the miner. Not too big of an issue though, because you can, when I've done mining this, I'll pick up the dead miners anyway. So that can definitely merge. These 2 can definitely merge as the robots just fill out that water pipe. I need to actually connect it to a water source still. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 decent things. So I think I backed the mic with my drink. So yeah, 4 decent things. So what I can do with that is if I build a standard like splitter, balancer rather. So it's going to standard 4 to 4. So that design. It's actually like it's one type of splitter like balancer, whatever, that I actually memorize. If I need to do like a 6 or an 8, I have to actually think about it. And normally I'm just like, you know what, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'll just put some splitters down and it will do a thing. But this one should be pretty good. So I'll leave 2 there for future expansion, maybe for more power, maybe because I need to put it in a train. Do a slight change on how those interact because of where the belt lands. So if I put the splitter there instead and just change that direction, pick that up, and water is connected, so it should all now work. I've just got a few more boilers I missed. And this is now working, so if I check my power, I have lots of available power. Over tripled it. Got another plan actually, thinking about it. So if I move this power pole up a little bit, I have to go there I guess. Put that there. Put that there and a box. Is this box big enough? No, maybe I can make a bigger box. I think the iron ones are a fair bit bigger. That's a lot nicer. Let's go put all that wood that I don't really care for in that, and then set input priority. So this will hopefully burn that wood. And with that, can I pick up the car? Yep, I've now got enough capacity to pick up the whole car. Which means I can take the train back, which will be a lot faster. Oh, hang on, I forgot those turrets. Let's build those turrets quickly and then I'll take the train back. But that's what I'm going to plan to do. So coming up to the iron, this is a really massive patch. But I don't think there's anything really special about it. So if I find that copy I did before, the only thing I'm really concerned about is this edge here because of that cliff. And I think what I can do is if I go like that, but then adjust it slightly and I just move that one out to the edge so it gets that bit. This will do the job fine. So I'll be strip there, and so on. So I'm just going to build, if I can really afford to build all of it, and actually I've not got fast belts or really enough furnaces. So I'm just going to build like that strip, but nothing really interesting to show there, so let's just get that done. In fact, I didn't actually decide to build the entire strip sync. I'm fairly sure that many miners on the way. Going to need fast belts, which I do not have yet. So I'm going to build that. This one kind of can merge into that, so essentially I think I've got 4 belts of iron, which is good because 4 to 4 balancer is really simple. Then I've got the cliff here, so I guess that's going to be the southern edge of my furnace setup. So one thinking looking at this is you have the ore there, furnaces there, then a train station. So using the electric furnaces I made means I don't need to bring in coal, so that's going to be a lot more convenient. So basically going to have, say, a belt of iron ore there. I should just put a belt of iron ore there. So we're going to have furnaces both sides, so one full belt goes to 2 halves and then I can repeat. So that goes nice and simply like that with inserters just on each one, so like that. Now I want to do 24 of these in a row eventually, but again I need fast belts for that. Don't have them, so I'm just going to do 12 for the time being, so it's just that. But because I want to do 24 eventually, I will leave the space. So all this space here, this will be free space. So each set is going to look like that. Now I think I'll do 2 of these. So that's going to be 2 belts of iron plate. And then I'll do... So how do I want to balance this? 2 belts of iron plates and 2 belts of steel? That could be a good starting place. Let's just have a look. Just got that. So that's 2. What would 4 look like in terms of space? And I could put... Can I actually fit steel on top? That's really pushing the space, isn't it? Yeah, it might not work. Okay, how about this? So I'm going to do 4 of these iron plates, and then I'll do iron plates to steel separate. Because I think in terms of space, that might be easier because it'll be long rather than tall. Well, I could do steel there, but I think it'll fit though in there. Because steel is the same length as iron ore, it's just double the width because you're going to have an iron furnace and a steel furnace together. Speaking of which, I didn't manage to line those very well either. Terrible copy pasting. So it actually would not even get 4 of them in. I think I'd hit that, and I'm already at the bottom there. I could move further left and come south, but then I've got longer for the ore belt. Yeah, slightly awkward. Okay, well, we'll do them separate. I think that's going to be the answer here. And actually, while building that, it did occur to me that this biter camp here is really close to that track. There's also some of there, so I'm going to destroy this, and then I'm going to put some turrets down to keep them away, I think. So, try and get close. It's kind of awkward there, so much forest. I can get that one spawn on the edge. Try and kill that worm quickly before it does too much damage. Now, okay, now I should just be able to finish that off. So that's that, and then finish that one spawn off there, and then I'm done. So that wasn't too much trouble, I guess. So it's a small base, and I've not got the hard biter types yet. So I got 3 sets of turrets there. Should be able to cover that gap fully. Not so much ammo as I've liked in those. I might have to refill them at some point, but since this is relatively close, I can keep an eye on it, I guess. And if I looks like there's too much trouble over there, I'll have to do something about it. But it's only here from the rail track, just this forest to get through. Gonna do the steel furnaces here, and I guess there's not really much to say about them. Gonna do 2 sets, so that'll be like this. Because essentially it's the same idea as the iron. You just take iron plates in and you get steel plates out. Even the ratios are basically the same because it's going to be a full belt of iron plate. So I'm going to leave myself a bit of space to do stuff. The track's there, so I'm still fine for that, I think. And then yeah, just build this and not really much more to say about it. Anything I want to do different? Maybe what I'll do different just to make it, well, a bit different, and I think it'll be better for the station, is I'll take the steel from left to right. That can be the difference. So then what I think I'll do is, that's the end of the iron there, because hopefully I've not screwed that up. Yeah, there's plenty of space. But I can move that a bit further to the right, but I think I've left plenty of space here. So I'm going to have the iron come in there, so it's going to be 1 full one, second full one, a third full one. And this is going to be the half one, so I'm going to do the half one, I think, if I adjust that slightly. That can come down there. Go into there and side load it with the other half, so the 2 halves make a full. Because I've got like 3 and 2 halves. Then what I'm going to do is take 2 of those off there. So, how do I actually want to do this? See, this is the problem of doing it this way. Do I do just 2 and 2 and potentially slow down the train loading, or do I do something more intelligent? Okay, I don't know if the steel is going to run at the same rate as the iron. That's the big question. So, okay, question. I think I could do it's clever. So if I do this with output priority, then the iron for the train is going to be those 4. And I'm taking some off to do steel, so I can then kind of rebalance it there. I mean, theoretically it should all be balanced anyway because you're going into that as balanced, but just in case. So then that's the steel there and there. Like so. That's going to be a half steel merging with a full steel, merging with a half steel. And I think I'll do the trick again I did with the old ones. So again, I don't want to have like loads of steel plates just backed up here for no purpose at all. So if I get a couple of circuit wires, I'm going to go from that to those. That's going to be set to read belt contents on hold. Should be steel on both sides and steel on either side should be even. So then I can go to here, go to steel. And my condition is going to be steel less than 8. So if that backs up, this will stop. Which should be good. Obviously that'll extend off that way, and then I can build the train stations here. Let's just finish the belts off first though. So I was thinking of doing 1 to 4, but something that occurs to me is I normally do 1 to 4 because ore stacks to 50. Plates stack to 100, so I already have twice as many plates on a single wagon. So a train of equivalent length, you get twice on the single train. And then steel obviously represents 5 iron plates each, so then that's like 5. So 1 steel is like 10 ore in terms of train capacity. So that makes 1 train of steel worth 10 wagons, which is a lot. So I'm just going to build 1 wagon for the steel for the time being and expand it if I need to, because otherwise it's going to take an eternity to load the train up and I missed out some power poles. I would have taken an eternity to load the train up and I don't think I need that much steel for a long time. And I'm going to build 2 wagons for the iron plates for similar reasons. Which means actually I guess I don't really care about this anyway. I'm just going to take the 2 central ones. And I'll leave that in place in case I expand in the future, but I'm thinking this is maybe a better idea. So let's figure out where the track can go because it has that snapping wall. So if that is there, then boxes can be there. Then what I do for loading is like that. which actually that should be there then. And so the reason that's important for spacing is because, so I want to go at least 1 tile higher, which for track means going 2 tiles higher, like that. Also, I want to be able to make the corner without hitting the other stuff. So maybe that corner become there, like that. So then, leave myself space, I guess, for 2 wagons on the steel at least, just because I might expand it in the future. So then I can line up with that. So I misplaced that because I stood on the belt and it moved me. So similar deal with not having too much steel. I only really want enough here to fill up 1 wagon at a time. That's just for future spacing, like I said. Just want to figure out where this should go so that if I expand in the future, it's a small amount of effort as possible. So I don't actually need that. That will go there. 6 sets of fast inserters should be plenty, but I'll use the stack inserters so that when a train pulls in, potentially it can be loaded faster, because basically these are always connected, but the train's not always there. So these can run all the time and those will run some of the time. Seems to work out better, at least for ore. Again, this is slightly different because steel plates. It's actually worth noting, a wagon holds more steel plates, means inserters have to do more work. So yeah, it kind of varies, and I've not done it for a while. On to the other train, which I guess actually gives my spacing some benefit. I want to have a gap there though, so that if I have trains waiting, they can wait separately. So let's have 2 wagons worth of space. This will be a bit further over there, which can actually be a benefit, because if I do, let's go to that. If I do that, then you've already got this diagonal effect anyway. In fact, yeah, so they're the same distance away from the corner. That's nice. Then what I'm going to do for the iron plates, I think I will do 2 for the iron plates because I need a lot more plate. So that's going to stack there. Should be balanced already. And there's space there if I need to, and I can always move that track out if I need to, if I do decide to go 4. The more I think about it though, the more I'm thinking 2x2 is going to be fine. What am I 2x2? So 1 locomotive with 2 wagons is what I mean. Don't know where 2x2 came from. Seem to have a 2x2 in it at all. And for steel, I think 1 will be fine because steel is so expensive in comparison. So I found a slight limiting factor. So I run out of power on the robots again. Should have bought more batteries. So yeah, found a limiting factor because that water is there. So I guess I go up and around and kind of bend it some more. But I think this is fine because for 2 wagons, that's locomotive wagon 1, wagon 2. So if and then that's 1 and yeah, that's locomotive wagon 1, wagon 2. So for the potential train lengths, that actually does fit. Then this just needs to come out and go like that. Yeah, we need to go get some rail batteries because building this little bit, I probably just skipped a lot of it because it's taking a lot longer than I wanted. So a problem I did find is, yes, the reason why building these close together is bad is because, like I said, on the curves, such as on the intersection, I can't put a signal on this piece in between. So essentially the best I can do is like that. What I've done now is I've made this section and this section the same block. So now trains can't go in opposite directions at the same time. Although on straight tracks you can fit the signals in, it's just these curves. And if I did right-hand drive, like you think about it, if I did right-hand drive, I'd have the same problem on a curve that I can't put the signal. So it's not just this whole fact that the signals are kind of designed for right-hand drive, and I want to do left-hand. I think it just doesn't work at all, whatever you do. So it works, nice. So, possible slight small miscalculation on my side. Probably should have put down the extra 3 of the miners there because you see this furnace isn't running at the end. I think this is because although this looks pretty packed, zoom in, it's not actually fully packed. There's little gaps in there. So that's a bit unfortunate. I could go correct that though. Then the steel is working, obviously because there's a 4 to 4, but my 4 is messed up anyway. Kind of moves on to the same issue of the steel not running completely. But it is working, and the trains are both getting their important cargo. So what that means is I need to go and do the unloading stations. So if I can pick up the car, hopefully. Yep, I've got space. Then I was going to follow one of these trains. Probably the iron one. I think the iron one's more important. Actually, I built the trains just so I could demonstrate. I've not actually even set orders on them. But what I'm going to do for the time being quickly is just send it over there manually. And then I can set up the other stuff. There's some stuff over there. I think that's just worms, so that's probably fine. Obviously, that's now going to start generating a whole load of pollution now it is running. So if I've got 2 sets of wagons here, then I'm just going to do the 2 here. Again, I'm going to use stack inserters to unload them quickly. Then regular inserters because they're going to run all the time, so I think that's going to work out nicely. And if I recall correctly, that's enough even for a fast belt. When you get to express, I think you can use stack on both sides. And if I remember correctly as well, then if I do this, let's actually get this some power quickly. I think, yeah, this one inserts onto the middle. So if I was to take off all of that, you see it inserts on that side. So then that's 3 and 3, even though it's like 2 central and 3, it's actually 2 and 2, 3 and 3 rather. That can come off there, go into a balance of sort, and then we want to get this done quick. It's surprising how long building outposts take. I've been going at this for a long time. I'll probably end up cutting a whole lot of it out. But anyway, so what I think I'll do is, if this comes over here, make the iron go downwards, because this is looking pretty pathetic actually now. Let's look at this, it's got even more pathetic. So what I can do with that then is, I don't want to do a circus today, so I'm just going to put a stop to that, a stop to that, and a stop to steel. So I'm just going to make circuits. Circuits is the only thing I'm going to make with this iron now. And I'm going to make the gears here, so let's do some gears. So if this comes off over here, was that the edge of my belt? I think it was. So then this is as good a place as any. It's 6-4. I was going to do, I'll do 6 and I'll figure that out. Figure out if it's wrong later or not. So oops, need some more of those. Well, I'll go get some more of those in a moment. But yeah, it's going to go like that. Then gears can be in the middle, like so. Iron on the outside and the outside. This is where I might need to have more belt capacity. We'll see how big I make this in the end. In fact, maybe I'll just do 3 and 3 for the time being, since that's what I've got. So these will be set gears. Did I set that right? Yes, I pressed Alt, that's the problem. So that's iron for that and that. Off of that side. Then this iron will go over there, and these gears will go down there. And there should be another train. Oh, I forgot to set instructions. That should be full, and that should be empty. So it didn't actually give them a chance to load up. But now it should. So that can come across there. I guess really I should actually... should go the full distance across if I can. That one can't at the moment because I need to make it a fast belt, which needs gears, which I haven't quite got yet, but I will have soon. So they can start making, that can go on that, that goes onto that belt, and what I'm going to do is just going to go down and flip all these into the opposite direction. Which obviously to extend on that does mean changing like all these little splitters, so the splitters the other way around as well. But in terms of like actual design, this isn't really changing anything. I'm just going to turn them around like that. So for steel, it's going to be basically identical, except I'm only going to have the 1 wagon. So take that. I'm still going to leave space for the time being to have 4 wagons. At least until I decide exactly what I'm going to do. Here as well, similar to the other station. Well, I want that capability to expand if I need to, but for now, keep this simple, so that just needs to go up to there. I'm going to need to throw some signals on as well. That's not really a very exciting job though. Basically, I'm just going to be going down along the track, putting signals every now and then. because this is well, that can actually go entirely. That doesn't serve a purpose anymore because this will become one way. And yeah, the only interesting signals I think were these ones I've already done. This is just going to be putting regular signals at regular intervals. And yeah, just to show how dense steel is, this one wagon with all of those furnaces, well, mostly running, still only half full, even though I've spent quite a lot of time doing all that setup. So it really does take a while. So what I'm going to do is just get it to come the first time. Obviously these won't be full, but it should be good enough to get started. So this will come over there. And I did already start building that belt in the opposite direction, so that's going to go down to where all the old steel was. I should go fix that quickly and yeah, do those signals and I think I'll be finished. So a quick update on this. So I think I was right, this would be 6 in a row. If this was a fast belt here, which makes these both full belt, I think then 6 would give a full belt of gears, or near enough to work nicely because 3 works quite nicely. We'll have only just finally triggered an attack. I thought there'd be pollution a while back. Guessing it's that one there, it's the first one. I killed these ones, I guess, before they even had pollution clouds on them. So well, hopefully those turrets there will do their job. I can't see them on the radar, so I'm just going to have to trust on that one. So got all the signals in place. This looks like it's running nice and smoothly, and if I actually go and check this, let's go back. Well, 10 hours is basically the entire game. So you can see I'm now making more steel and more iron than I have at any point. This was like when I first built up the original furnaces, and then as the miners ran out and out, I actually dropped down quite low, down to 540 from like almost 2000. I guess that's like 1500, like consistent at its peak. Then as those miners ran out, it's kind of like a curve that goes down, tends towards 0. And now I'm up in nice high numbers. Probably actually a lot more iron I'm going to be able to use, but that's going to give me the capability to expand out. Probably do the copper next. I've got a lot of the infrastructure done and copper is just there, so hopefully that'll be a lot more simple. Obviously you also don't have like the whole steel thing, it's just the plates, which is basically take this, put this over there. But that's all going to be for next time because it's taken me literally hours to actually build this outpost. Well, it's not just this outpost, I did also of course get the extra power, which is going to be very handy. And I still made a mistake there. Do I want to go all the way back there to place that power pole? That's frustrating. Well, maybe at some point I will. But yeah, I built a lot of track, did a lot of exploring, got a lot of stuff done, so no science. Science will be for next time I think, trying to move towards doing the... I want to get processor units I think, and then I'll see where I go from processor units, but be sure to like, subscribe and look out for that.